I'm Representative Donna Oberlander, and I thank my colleagues and the media for being here today, as well as those joining us via live feed through the web, as we unveil House Bill 1197, the legislation to abolish the Turnpike Commission. This legislation currently has 34 co-sponsors, with more signing on every day, many of whom have joined us here this morning. With us, we have Majority Whip Stan Saylor, we have Representative Matt Gobler, Representative Jim Christiana, Representative Verb, Metcalf, Bloom, Topol, Truitt, Tallman, Lawrence, and Senator Scott Hutchison. And we've been joined by I'm giving you a promotion, Representative Benninghoff. We will also have many coming and going as we have a lot more supporters, but many committee meetings this morning. In this legislation, PennDOT would assume all powers and duties of the Turnpike Commission as it relates to the operation, maintenance, construction, and reconstruction of the Turnpike. The Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission and the Office of Turnpike Commissioner will be abolished. PennDOT will receive all tolls and other money payable to the Commission and will in exchange be responsible for all aspects of the operations and maintenance. I believe it's very important to make this next point very clear. PennDOT shall honor all collective bargaining agreements in existence between the Turnpike Commission and any employee organization. In other words, union contracts will remain intact and most employees will feel very minimal change or disruption. Transfers to or from the Commission to PennDOT and any other state employment agency will have no impact on their civil service status or designation. This legislation creates a Bureau of Toll Administration and the position of Deputy Secretary of Toll Administration. This position's minimal education and experience requirements are spelled out in the legislation, minimizing patronage and keeping unqualified individuals out of this important job. It requires a civil engineering degree and at least 10 years of experience in designing and building highway experience. PennDOT would be authorized to fix and set tolls on any roadway or bridge under its jurisdiction. Lastly, and probably the most difficult aspect of this legislation, is the question regarding the outstanding debt that the Turnpike currently held. This legislation would appoint a committee consisting of the Treasurer, the Auditor General, the Governor, the Speaker of the House, and the President Pro Temp to deal with retiring this debt. The committee would be charged with the duties necessary to deal with the issuance, payment, and ultimate retirement of the debt. I believe that PennDOT is uniquely qualified and more than capable of handling the additional 545 miles of Turnpike roadway and bridges. As you can see from the graphics and charts, PennDOT currently maintains over 41,000 miles of highway, roads, and bridges, with far less administration per mile. Their most recent management of the stimulus funding for projects was stretched, managed, and maximized in a fashion that allowed them to achieve far more than I believe they even thought they could do, all while falling under the parameters of a state agency requiring accountability and transparency needed when using taxpayer dollars.